Well, Coach, what type of adjustments did you tell them they had to make going into the halftime and going into the second half? Was it any technical adjustments they need to make? Was it just an overall energy effort thing?
Well, we got in a little foul trouble, and I thought, they came out and made 4 threes in the first 8 minutes. I thought they kind of set the tone. But, the end of the half, I think when we got 5 or 6 down and were able to get the lead at the end of the half, I think our defense got a lot better. We kept them off the line the last 5 minutes, so that was really important.
Larry, how about the way that you guys responded after the loss on Sunday and came back and played like you did today?
Well, I think we were all disappointed. Not so much, look, Syracuse lost at home to BC. That's college basketball, but I think the thing that was most disappointing is we didn't bring it at all. We didn't play with the effort that it takes. Temple's a great program. I think they're top 10 in the number of wins in the history of college basketball. 4 of those kids that played a lot played in an NCAA tournament game. And they have a great coach, so that I think they came out and outworked us. Fran out-coached me, and we were disappointed in our effort. So I think it was helpful when we got off the bus and got to see the students camping out. Rick, Hart, and Matt, said they were going to be out and they thought it'd be a neat thing. And I thought it was great for them to come up with that idea. And when our kids saw the students camping out, it sunk in, because a lot of people care about how we're doing. So that was a help, and I think it affected the way we played tonight. I think kids tried hard. Houston played good.
You've said several times, both last year and this year, after a win or a loss, what you focus on is in part how they respond, how your team responds in the next game. What did you and your staff focus on to get a better performance tonight after Sunday?
We just talked about effort. I thought the first half, especially the first 12, 14 minutes, we were going too fast. Nick was trying to rush the ball up on every play, and they're making threes, and we were out of whack. But I thought our energy was great, and then we got a little better control of the tempo and executed a lot better. So we just talked about playing hard, trying to defend, trying to share the ball. And I think in a lot of those areas we did pretty good. Our bench was great. Ryan gave us a lift. Cannon was terrific again. Ben, if his coach knew how to use him, Ben would be a hell of a player. I think Keith, the thing he does best is make outside shots, but he did all the other things. And I've been telling him all along, I don't want him to define his game by making an outside shot, and he did a lot of great things tonight, and he practiced good, so I think that was a big thing, having our bench come through like it did.
Larry, you got 4 games left, 3 of them against ranked opponents. What do you want to see your team do better going down the stretch before tournament time?
I want to see us compete. It's one thing playing at home with this atmosphere, it's unbelievable, and getting ready to play, but it's another thing when you go with a group and maybe you have 50 people there, and you got to rally around each other, and then we got to handle adversity better. I've seen, we made a run at Louisville after they got up 17 and did a great job, and all of a sudden, the guts of the game, we didn't execute great. Same thing happened at Cincinnati, happened at Arkansas. We came from 24 down, cut it to 6 with the ball, and didn't execute great. And I thought at Temple we didn't show poise. It's one thing, you're going to miss free throws. That happens, You miss 7 free throws everybody in a row, everybody says, well, that was the game. No, the game was the first possession, we weren't ready to play. So I think in answering your question, we got to, man up and realize that we got to play harder than our opponent, and we got to execute better, and we got to stick together and not splinter when things are going bad.
You were able to once again get a couple minutes for Yannick in this game. Do you look at this, is it possible that he's going to be able to play more minutes as he comes back, maybe by the time of the conference tournament, or is this just gradually getting him better and maybe preparation for next season?
No, he's ready, but it's hard not playing Ben. It's hard not playing Cannon when he's playing so well. But it's a nice problem to have. I feel terrible, he's our starting center. And he, as a pro coach, anytime a guy got hurt and came back, if he was a starter, I played him. And I haven't been able to get a handle on this one, and I kind of feel bad. But he worked hard, while we were away, and I'm hopeful that we'll have an opportunity to play him.
How come you don't call that many timeouts?
Because with this team, I want them to grow up, and then we don't handle pressure great sometimes. So sometimes I like having, timeouts in the bag, especially when we got a lead. They were calling timeouts, so I thought, we had 4. Coach Smith never let me call timeouts. In the NBA, they have all those TV timeouts, and they drive me crazy. My players didn't want to listen to me, so. But I like having them. We called one in the first half, when we were in trouble getting the ball in bounds. And I'm learning about this. In the NBA, coaches have a hard time getting a timeout. It usually comes from a player on the court. But I'm getting better at being aware, and I thought that if they did press us and we were in a difficult situation, I was hopeful we could use one.